Hey everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's Promo, and today I'll be sharing with you guys my favorite battery case to use to extend the battery life of my Samsung Galaxy devices. Now, I've been using ZeroLemon for quite a few years now. I always suggest them to anybody who ever asks, hey, what is a really good way to extend the battery life of my phone? What is a battery case to use? What is a battery pack to use? And I always go back to ZeroLemon for quite a few reasons. Honestly, it's all the features that it gives you. It's the price, it's the wireless charging, the ability to plug it in. It works with your headset, it works with your Android Auto, it works with data sync on the computer. I mean, there's so many different reasons of using this, but also really it's because of the large milliamp hour capacities. The ZeroLemon right here, this 5,000 milliamp hour battery pack, and this one over here is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack, and the price is just right. There's other competitors out there that give you something that is kind of a little similar to these sizes, maybe a little bit smaller, doesn't offer all of the features, but they're super expensive. Now, these are just the regular prices of these two cases right here. The 5,000 milliamp hour battery case, this one sells for $40, and this isn't even a part of a sale. It's not even a part of Amazon Prime. Now, this one right over here is that 10,000 milliamp hour battery case, which is right here, and this one sells for $60. So you can either go for $40 or $60. So today I'm going to show you what both of these look like on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, talk about some of the features, show you how it works when you charge the phone, when you charge the case, when you plug it in, when it's wirelessly charged, and everything else. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be going over pretty much every single feature. Now, when you do unbox either of these two cases right here, inside of the box, it's just going to come with this right here. It's kind of this little warranty card. It's a promise to you of a 5-star rating. The quality is there. You have weekly giveaways, a thank you card, and you also have your instructions. So let's talk about the 5,000 milliamp hour battery case first. When it comes to this one, even though it's 5,000 and your Galaxy Note 20 Ultra over here is a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, there's a little bit of energy loss when it comes through, let's say, just one of these battery packs, the cases, instead of it being plugged into the wall. So there's a little bit of loss of battery. So if this phone is completely dead at 0%, your battery case right here is at 100%, then that means that your phone over here will probably get a good 85 to 90% charge just with this battery case alone. You don't have any dongles dangling, and you don't have any of those extra little battery packs with you. So when you plug this one in, all you want to do is put it in with this bottom right there. Now what you're going to do is just make sure that you pull back here, and then you just push it into the stem on the bottom. And that right there is all you have to do to get this thing installed. Now, there's really not a lot of protection when it comes to this case. I mean, when you place it down, it will be hitting the rubber before it hits the screen. That back camera over here is definitely protected because of this huge bump right there, but you're also going to have this little protection right there, that little ring that goes around the camera, so this way you're not going to hurt the camera on the back. I know some of these modules here actually do break. The other thing I like about it is that it is heavy enough. All the ratio, the weight is distributed pretty good, so even when you do tap the top of your phone, you can actually hear that I'm tapping the phone probably through the mic, and it's not going to tip over. You have to actually really push down in order for it to get off balanced. So first off, how you're really able to use this case is on the back of the case. When you press it the one time, it'll turn on and then it starts charging your phone. Now, when it charges the phone, it is going with the normal cable charging, so it's not going to be that super fast charge. But this right here is a way to charge your phone, again, from 0, probably up to 90, 95% when this case is fully charged and your battery is completely dead. And then in order for you to stop the charge, all you want to do is just press and hold on this, and then now it's going to stop charging the device. Now, in order for you to charge this, the nice thing that I like about this case right here is that it has pass-through charging. Now, pass-through charging, all that means is that when you plug in on the bottom via the cable, it'll charge your phone first. And it does still support super fast charging when you use your cable and the power brick that comes with your phone. So it passes through as super fast charging. It charges your phone first, as that is the most important. Then once your phone is at 100%, then it'll finish charging the rest of your case. So this way, this thing can go, again, all the way up to 100%. Now again, this will also work with your Android Auto. It'll work when you're doing data sync with your computer. So sometimes when you purchase some of these battery cases, it does not give you the ability to, plug it into a computer or laptop and transfer data over, or sometimes these battery cases block the ability of using the Android Auto. This one will actually work with all of those. Now here's another thing that is actually super fun and exciting to see, is that if you do use wireless charging in your house or you have wireless charging in your car, so you can see here that the battery case is turned off. I just placed the phone right on top of my wireless charger. You can see that it passes through the case itself and then it actually charges the phone. And this one's gonna be, again, the cable charging. So it's just super, convenient when you have a huge case on your phone. And if you love wirelessly charging your phone, or maybe that's the only thing you do not have to take this off. Now, if you're some of those people who like to charge your phone overnight, this is going to be amazing for you, because then it's going to charge your phone first and then the case. And then usually by the time you wake up, everything is done, because it's charging not only a 5,000 milliamp hour battery case, but also your 4,500 milliamp hour phone. So we really covered everything there. When it comes down to the looks, this is what it looks like right here. The buttons are actually really nice. So it's just a simple press of the button. It's nothing too hard. Sometimes they're really not clicky. This one clicks pretty well. You know for a fact you're hitting it. They do, push out a little bit. Same thing as your cell phone. So you know exactly where they are. You can locate your volume rocker and the power button pretty easy. Now you might also want to look at the bottom. So your speaker grill is completely exposed. You also have your USB Type-C right there. Your mic is completely exposed on the bottom, and it is actually pretty easy to take your S Pen out of there. If you have some fingernails, it's gonna be way easier. If you're somebody who takes down your fingernails all the way down, it's gonna be a little hard, but you are able to take out your S Pen when it comes down to these cases. Now, when you wanna take this one off, just simply pull back on the very top of this case. And then once you've pulled it back, now you're able to push it all the way up. Now, the one thing I want to make sure you guys know is that when you're putting it on and taking it off, make sure you're not at an angle. When you're at an angle on the bottom, you're going to be causing a lot of stress with this stem on the bottom, and you don't want to do that. So make sure it's just going in as straight as possible. These are also diagrams to let you know. But again, this one is the 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, if you guys want to take a look at the size comparisons of the two, here is the 5,000, and then here is the 10,000. So you can see that the 10,000 is gonna be a little bit thicker. You don't have the raised buttons. You do have, the little indentions of power, volume on the rocker. So they are pretty easy to locate. So, this one's gonna be really good for when you're camping, you're gone for a few days, you don't wanna bring a charger with you. And then this one's actually really good for just everyday use. It's really not so large as you would expect. The Samsung phones are getting super thin and super light these days, that when it comes down to these cases, it makes it a little bit easier to actually use. So this one's gonna be really good if you're a power user, somebody who is at an office, you're at a site for work or something like that, something that can still fit in your pocket pretty well, but you need to just have a little bit more battery. This 5,000 milliamp hour battery case is definitely gonna work for you. I know a lot of people still go around and play the games, and you need to have a little battery pack with you. You might as well keep it as a case. Now, when it also comes down to the protection of both of these, again, it's not really going to be for the drops. It's going to help you for the dings, the dents, the hit against, things like that. I wouldn't really want to drop these things at, 10 feet. They're not really made for protection like that, but it is going to be good for if you do bump it, or, maybe a small drop, things like that. Now, when it comes down to this 10,000 one, you do want to take off your case on the outside first. Now, once you have the silicone outing off, you just, place it down. This is where you want to pull these two apart. This one's a little bit easier to just simply slide in. There's nothing to really bend. Then you're just going to place this piece on right here, and then you put on your outer. And now once you have everything installed, this is what it's going to look like. There's going to be no creases, no gaps around the edges of the phone. This is where your power button is going to be. So these ones are going to be a little bit harder to navigate around and find, but once you know exactly where they are, everything is going to be flat. But you can definitely feel if that's positive, negative, and then also your power button. So this one is definitely a brick. I do like the fact that I can just stand it up and it's gonna, point at me, and I'm able to watch, Netflix or YouTube or whatever I want. I can also have it just standing up like this. So if you wanted to, you can set both of them up. Again, this one is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack. Now it's gonna be the same thing on the back of the device right over here. You tap this the one time, it's gonna start charging your device. and then you do a simple press and hold and it's going to turn it off. Now, when it comes down to these cases, if you are going to plug in a headset, there is one thing that you do need to do. So when you plug in on the bottom where your USB Type-C is located at, and look at this, you have a little indent, little long area here to pull out your S Pen. But when it comes down to using this for your headset, what you do need to do is give this a double press. That double press is going to light up those two lights, letting you know that you are now ready to use a headset plugged in through USB Type-C. So if you plug in your headset and you notice it is not working and the audio is playing from the cell phone, just make sure you hit that button right here twice. It'll indicate it with those two middle dots. Then when you're done and finished with that, give it a double press. So this way you're just disabling the use of a Type-C headset. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Anytime that anybody ever asks me which battery case to use, or if somebody says that they're a huge power user, everything they do just doesn't really seem to cut it, I'll definitely suggest this one first, the 5,000 milliamp hour battery pack. This one feels really good. It's not so large. It'll turn your little car over into a Jeep. But you're going to have about 85-95% battery. If your phone does die, this will charge it all the way up to 85 or 90%. And so this one's just a little bit smaller. Then you got this huge tank right over here. You went from a Jeep over to a Hummer. This is if you're going to maybe Disney World, or you're going camping for an entire weekend, somewhere where you know you're not going to have a charger with you for probably a couple days. This is the one that you're able to have as an option. All of the cuts, all of the openings, everything has precision. Everything is there that needs to be there. Easy way of getting your S Pen out. And also the exact same thing with that 5,000 milliamp hour battery pack. You do have wireless charging that is right here. Again, it's all pass through, so it'll actually go through the case into the phone, charging your phone right here. Then once your phone's at 100%, then it'll actually start charging the case itself. And you still have all the ability of doing your data transfer, connecting it to your computer. You also have the ability of using Type-C headphones. You can plug it into your Android Auto. I mean, there's just every single thing just works with these two. The quality is there. If you bump your phone, you're going to be perfectly fine. Again, these are not really made for high drops at 10 feet or 7 feet or 15 or anything like that. This is really if you are a power user and you needed to make sure that you have a full battery with your Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and any other of the models that they offer. But I hope you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe right over here in the very bottom left hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.